Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to crack a classic German language puzzle. We're talking about two words that look almost identical, sound pretty much the same, but you know what? They can really trip up any new learner. We're talking about Miete and Miet.
Okay, let's just dive right in. If you've ever even thought about looking for an apartment in a German-speaking country, you have definitely seen these two terms. And you've probably wondered, wait, are they interchangeable? Can I just swap one for the other? Well, the short answer to that is a big, resounding no. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why.
So first up, let's start with the one that can stand all on its own, die Miete. Just think of this one as our foundation, the complete whole word. So the most important thing to get here is that Miete is a full-blown noun. Think of it like a solid, complete block. It refers to one very specific thing, the actual money you hand over to your landlord every month. It's the what you pay. And this example sentence just shows it perfectly. In Die Miete ist sehr hoch, you can see that Miete is the subject. It's the star of the show, the main idea. And it doesn't need any other words to help it make sense. It is the rent. So, here's the key takeaway for this part. If you're talking specifically about the rent payment, that sum of money, Miete is the word you need. Simple as that. All right, now let's move on to its cousin, Miet, and see how this one builds a completely different kind of idea. See that little hyphen at the end? Yeah, that's our big clue right there. You know, this visual pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Miet is incomplete. It's like a single puzzle piece, just waiting to connect to something else to actually form a complete picture.
So it's not a thing in and of itself. It's more like a descriptive part. It's this little piece that tells you what kind of thing you're talking about. It basically answers the question, rental what? And here is where it all comes to life. Miet only works when you attach it to another noun. It just latches on to create a new, much more specific word. So you don't just have an apartment, right? You have a Mietwohnung, a rental apartment. You don't just have a contract, you have a Mietvertrag, a rental contract. See how that works? Okay, so we've got the whole word and we've got the word piece. So how in the world do you remember which one to use when you're in the middle of a conversation? Well, it all comes down to one very simple, very clear rule. And here it is, the key to unlocking the whole thing. On one side, you have Miete. That's the noun, the thing itself, the actual money. And on the other side, you have Miete, which describes a thing. It's the difference between the rent and something that is rental. One is a noun, the other is just a modifier. Let's make this super practical. This is the easiest way to lock it in. Think about it in two simple steps. Step 1, you pay the money. What do you pay? You pay the Miete. Step 2, you sign the paper. What kind of paper is it? Well, it's a Mietvertrag, a rental contract. And hey, here's a friendly warning that will save you a whole lot of trouble. Miet, all by itself, it's not a word. So just remember, that little puzzle piece, it always needs a partner. You know, this whole distinction really shows why German compound nouns are so incredibly powerful. Once you know the rules, you can start building these amazingly specific ideas just from a few simple parts. So, with that in mind, what's the next German word puzzle you've run into that you think we should tackle together?